I first became acquainted with Jeanette's name when she was school board president. I'm a Milwaukee resident, and of course I heard about and read about her good work. Then I got to know her through her work as a program officer for the Helen Bader Foundation, and also she was a student in our first cohort of our doctoral program. Thank goodness we had Jeanette in the first cohort, because like many academics, we really thought we had a degree program we thought out perfectly. We had a phenomenal degree. And then Jeanette and her cohorts, and I must say, she played a very influential role in there, helped us to see that continuous improvement was needed. And they helped us to refine and make that a better degree. Lots of people do good, but do they get others to see and to follow that goal that they have in a way that inspires them to also do good? In every contact that she's had, whether it be through paid employment or whether it be through her example on the school board, on the Milwaukee Charter Committee, all the other things she serves, and she does that. She has a way of making everyone around her become better than they thought they could be. One story that I don't get to tell very often, that's really important, is how we got Jeanette to come here. As I watched her work in the group, as did Nancy Blair and some others, all I kept thinking of is what a difference she would make if we could have her here. And that's how the discussions began. And it had to be a real sales pitch because, she had the perfect job. She was at the Helen Bader Foundation. I think the only reason that she was willing to come here was because she could see that she could have even more influence if she were heading the Leadership Center and making a difference in this community. It's very easy to forget the impact that she had as a Milwaukee School Board president, and that impact was tremendous. She always had her heart in the right place, and that was what's best for the children of Milwaukee. I really do believe that because of Jeanette's influence, that we're making a difference in terms of increasing both the education and the leadership capacity of Milwaukee. I asked myself, that worst case scenario, what if we didn't have Jeanette? And I thought to myself, number one, we would not have expanded our footprint in leadership the way that we have. Number two, this community would have so many less leaders, and this community would not be as strong in education. My father always said to me, Anthony, if you love what you do, every day is a holiday. When you're with Jeanette, you always feel she's on a holiday. And it's because she does those things that she's passionate about and she loves. And also because she views life as a learning journey. And so then she doesn't have to have all the answers. She just needs to give things a very good try. Dr. Jeanette Mitchell has spent her life serving Milwaukee and its residents. A dedicated community advocate, she is committed to the education and empowerment of youth, women, and minorities. Her work and service encompass politics, education, philanthropy, business, and nonprofits. Jeanette currently serves as Program Director for Stritch's Leadership Center, which she co-founded in 2001. While serving as the center's first executive director, Jeanette led the way in attracting funding, building infrastructure, and establishing functional systems. She has led efforts to develop highly successful management, diversity, leadership, coaching, and advocacy programs. Her work to develop partnerships with nonprofits, businesses, entrepreneurs, and educators to support their leaders has ultimately raised Stritch's leadership profile in the Milwaukee community. Jeanette's successful career includes more than 30 years in telecommunications corporate sector, where she began as a telephone operator for what was then known as Wisconsin Bell. She would go on to hold senior management roles for the company through its transitions to Ameritech, SBC, and AT&T, including being the first African-American female district manager. In her various roles, she directed teams ranging in size from 5 to 500 statewide and regionally, managed multi-million-dollar budgets, and took on large company projects such as the comprehensive software conversion for a 5-state regional billing system. During her time in the corporate world, Jeanette also served on the Milwaukee School Board for 8 years, including serving as president of the board. She was the first African American elected to represent District 1 on Milwaukee's far northwest side and was re-elected twice. Her service spanned 3 superintendents. Prior to her role at the Leadership Center, Jeanette spent 8 years as the first education program officer at the Helen Bader Foundation, where she secured innovative funding to maintain the foundation's leadership in educational policy. Her efforts helped earn Milwaukee national recognition for its broad array of educational choices for parents and students. Jeanette has received more than 30 honors and awards for her work and volunteer contributions, including the Distinction of Woman of Influence by the Milwaukee Business Journal in 2013. Jeanette currently serves on the boards of the Frances Hesselbein Leadership Institute and the Leaders Forum. She's a member of the City of Milwaukee Charter School Review Committee and is Vice President-elect for the Rotary Amigos de Milwaukee, of which she is a founding member. Jeanette earned a Doctor of Education in Leadership for the Advancement of Learning and Service degree at Stritch in 2001, holds an M.B.A. from the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee, and a B.A. in Business and Management from Alverno College. Of all Jeanette's awards and accomplishments, she is most proud of her 3 daughters, Pamela and twins Yvonne and Yvette, who she raised as a single parent. Her daughters, along with all those whose lives have been directly impacted by Jeanette's loving leadership, would attest to the words from one of Jeanette's award nominees, who writes, "Jeanette's authenticity, service orientation, warm heart, hearty laugh, and vibrant soul have both inspired and motivated me." On behalf of the Alumni Association, we are proud to honor Dr. Jeanette Mitchell as the first recipient of the Mother Bartholomew OSF Lifetime Achievement